I'm briannormanjr, and this is the OnlyKayla Podcast.
What's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode. I am your host, the only Kayla, and today I have a very special guest. Now, I'll allow him to introduce himself, but first, I want to say thank you so much for stopping by, Brian Norman Jr.
What's up? What's up? What's up? The one and only big homie, Joe.
Okay, so we in Atlanta. This is where you're from. You got, big fight coming up. But I want to definitely share your story with, my platform because you have a very interesting story. So take me back to the beginning before we get into this big fight. You from Atlanta?
Yes, sir.
What part of Atlanta are you from? Because they like to tussle.
Decatur, Georgia, at the east
Okay.
side.
Decatur, where is Brandon?
You know it.
Okay. So tell me, what was it like growing up in Decatur?
Shoot, it was actually kind of cool for the most part. I was right here where we at right now, to be real.
Okay.
I was always in the gym with my pops chilling or something like that, riding four wheels, whatever the case may be. So now to be real, shoot, this is my whole life right here. I'm gonna be all the way 1,000 with you. So really wasn't in no trouble, anything like that. I always kept my head on straight. Salute to my pops for that. But nah, my life ain't cool and smooth.
Now, I know you went pro at 17. Is boxing something you've always wanted to do? Like, how did you get into it?
Yeah, it is something I always wanted to do. My pops, he used to be a fighter as well. So I was at the gym, like probably 2 or 3 years old, just watching him and seeing his work ethic. He had 4 kids, he's 21, so imagine that. He did. So now he got all us in the gym with him. I'm seeing him hit the bag, going slap crazy. Like his work ethic was tremendous. So just like he doing all this with 4 kids. Imagine what I could do with no distractions, no nothing.
Mm-hmm.
So he retired when I was 7. That same night, boom, I said, let me hop up in and see what I can do. And we got busy. And then 17 years later, here we are.
That's crazy. And then if you really think about it now, from 17 to now where you're at today, you're world champion.
Yeah, time be moving. That's the crazy
So
part.
it's crazy because it's like not everyone has like a dream that they want to, like they have a dream and then they can accomplish it. But then it's like what you've also done with this dream and how far you've come at such a young age, I think is a testament to your skill, but also how bad you really want it.
Yes, I think the mental aspect is the biggest thing in life in general. Is I did dream it, but I said I can still do it. Like it's a lot of crazy things. Like if a child come up to say I want to be the president one day, you gonna probably look at him like, oh, all right, go sit down. So no, feed that. Let that child believe that. You feel me? Why they can't be that? You feel me? So that's what pops just drove me all the time. That you're like, why can't you be the best fighter ever? Why can't you be the best boxer or the champion of things of that nature? So he just kept feeding the flame, and then I was a champion at 23 years old.
You think that because your father encouraged that dream, you think that's why you've been so successful, as opposed to like, okay, yeah, if you really want it, we'll see.
I say, yeah, he was definitely the biggest fire in my back because that's your pop. You know, so I want to make my pops happy.
Yeah,
Plus, this was his sport as well. Nah, I'm carrying his name. I'm a junior as well.
Mm-hmm.
I made sure my pops wake up with a smile on his face. And he was the biggest one for me. Also.
And one thing your dad gonna do, he's gonna be there for you. He's gonna stick up for you. He's gonna defend you. So it's gotta be a really good feeling to also know that like he's got your back in the sport.
Through all the ups and downs, my dog always had me. The whole world always been against me. Even in the amateur games, I was talking about Jeff Brisson. Even back when I was an amateur, folks was always against me. I have a great sparring session with a great father, and wasn't nobody giving me no credit at all. This still me at an amateur, so I'm like, dang. But guess what? We got him and I'm a good job, people. Keep doing your thing, you feel me? Now let's go do it again. You feel me? So now it was always me and him, against the world.
Why do you think people were hating on you even like back then?
Because we believed in ourselves. Literally just that simple. Like I just said, imagine you gotta be crazy to feel like I'm gonna be the best. You gotta be. It's somebody at the top, and I'm gonna be that one. You gotta be crazy to say that.
Yeah.
Really believe that and walk around as that. So when people just seeing that confidence and me believing all of that, it's like, man, watch out, man. Just be like everybody else. Go be normal. Go be average. Just go sit down for a little second. You're doing too much. They call you a tryhard or things of that nature. But look at where I'm at. Obviously, I'm doing something right. You feel me? So I think it's just more so of people putting their thoughts onto earth and saying, why do we carry ourselves the way we do? Too confident.
Could be also people trying to portray their insecurities
Well,
on you guys. Could be, right? Like, wow, maybe you exhibit a confidence that some other fighters or some other people may want to also have. And then also what it sounds like too is like that because your dad was, you know, such a big figure in your life, and because he always supported you and encouraged you, you didn't seek too much outside validation.
But no, there you go.
And I think that shows, because regardless, like you had said, regardless of the decisions you make or regardless of what you want to do in your career, you know your dad's always going to be there behind you.
And then something I also learned is the only battle you have is the man in the mirror. Is that person you wake up to every day, the person that you sleep with, you were born with, you die with, whatever, it's just yourself. So once I mastered that, you might master my own mind. Sometimes we don't feel like doing stuff, but you know you have to do it. So it's just once I mastered all of those things, you're like, man, everything became a whole lot, I ain't gonna say easy, but more simple.
Yeah.
So it's just, now it's nothing but a task. It's just what I need to do. I gotta get that done. And then, shoot, God got it.
That's awesome. How much, if you could break it down, right? And I know obviously it's subjective and it's different for everyone, but like as a fighter, if you had to break down what are the components that it takes to really do this, right? Would you say, is it 80% physical? Would you say it's, 20% mental? If you had to break it down, how would you factor it in?
Should I say 99% God, 1% mental? The reason why
I
I'm
love that
saying
answer.
that is because the reason why I say the God thing, because like everything got to play
Yeah.
together. You feel me?
I
Like
agree.
I was born with my father to give me everything I got, like my genetics, with him teaching me everything. He taught me the way that he did it. Like he didn't just tell me something to go away. Like it's a whole lot of stuff. The recipe is different. I mean, you can make a cake, but for some reason our cake tastes different.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? So you got that, and then of course the mental aspect of it all. To me, that's another big thing, because I don't care how hard body you is, how many miles you ran, anything like that. You ain't body, you ain't gonna get it. You feel me? So sometimes you have to straight with hard headed. I'm not gonna do this. You will not outwork me. You will not be. What you gonna do about it? Nothing, because you can't.
That's awesome to hear you talk about it like that, and to just really, like I said, exhibit this confidence that you have that obviously comes from a firm foundation back at home. So I think that's awesome, because not a lot of fighters have that. So to have, you coming into the sport and saying like, it's not just me, it's me and my dad. And we gonna ride this out together.
My partner them.
So now, you're 17 years old, you've been training. Now you decide, okay, I want to go pro. Talk to me a little bit about, where you're at this time in life, and what was that transition like, going from amateur to pro?
So the reason why I turned pro young was actually because like they were changing up the rules in boxing. So like I was too young for certain tournaments, but too old for other tournaments. So like all the national tournaments, I couldn't even do those no more. So my real goal was the Olympics.
Okay.
I couldn't do that because first of all, I was too far out. So I'm actually glad I didn't do it. But all the tournament situations, the age brackets was messed up, and I said, I feel like fighting. I ain't got time to wait no more.
You just wanted to get in there.
Yeah. So sparring and fighting is two different things. So we got a call up from my old manager, Cameron Duncan, and we checked the resume, and dude, he bought it. Then we had Terrence Crawford, Tim Bradley, Kelly Patrick, a whole bunch of great fighters in the past. And so we signed with him, and we was fighting over there in Mexico, doing our thing, flying back and forth. I believe once a month. And shoot, we're making it history. We're making it happen. Walking across the border, whatever we had to do.
Now, which would you say was harder? Would you say turning pro or climbing up the ranks in amateurs?
Definitely turning pro, because now it's not about just beating people up, which is what I love to do anyway. Now it's about boxing is a business, smart decisions, and things of that nature. Right contracts, wrong contracts, make sure you know the right people and all of that. So I say definitely try to build up the ranks as a pro.
Does that, now that you're like, obviously now you're in the thick of it, you're not just pro, you're world champion, this is it. You have a lot of the top guys who are coming for you. Like, now is your time. It's fun. But now that you're here, does that sometimes take the fun away of it sometimes, having to deal with like, all these contracts and who you want to fight and getting down to the money, as opposed to before when you were in amateurs where, I mean, obviously I know that was still something that you considered, but it was just like, you was just fighting. You get it?
Yeah. So
now it's a little bit, you have to be very strategic.
yeah, I'm gonna say that I did take the fun out of the sport a little bit for me. It was just like, I just want to fight. I'll be real.
You know what
I just want to fight.
You know what
That's it. I just want to throw these hands and see who the better man. Now you got to move a certain way. You got to don't say the wrong thing or they gonna blackball you.
Is that a real thing?
Yes. It's a whole lot of in between game. I just don't like them. I just want to fight.
You just
So
wanna fight.
that's it.
You just want to get it in.
Yeah. Game is a funny business. That's all. It's a whole lot of
There's a
flaky
lot
and shaky stuff going on.
behind the scenes that, I know that a lot of us aren't privy to. That I know sometimes, a fighter may make a decision that, like, as fans, we'll be like, well, why did he make that decision? Or why is he? But there's so many things that we're not privy to, I feel like, on the inside that goes on.
And I'm going to say this too. I was saying it off camera earlier. A lot of these fighters, they do want to fight each other. They don't mind. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. Ain't nobody scared of nobody. I'll tell my dude, if it was sparring session, I'm trying to tell you, you'll see the greats fight each other each and every day. We love to fight. This is literally what we do for a living. You try to tell us we not gonna do it and say this man is better than me. But now when contracts and all that stuff start getting involved, you got promotions over here and over there. You got but this fighter want that, but this fighter want that. It's a whole lot more into it now. So I say fighters not necessarily scared of each other at all.
I get that vibe a lot. Every time I talk to, when I have these sit downs with fighters, a lot of them will be like, I'm not afraid to get into it with any of these guys. But there's a lot of those intricate details that happen behind the scenes that, may prevent it. Now, with this whole, because obviously, boxing has changed throughout the years and, now we have social media and all these type of things. In this era now where people feel like they throw the word ducking around all the time. Like, oh, this one's ducking this one. This one's ducking this one. Does that ever, infuriate you sometimes? Because you're like, if only you guys knew. It had nothing to do with ducking, but it's just these stuff that is going on behind the scenes. Like,
it did in the beginning, but now that I only got to one man, now I'm like, oh, okay. Y'all just stupid. Just straight up like that. Y'all just stupid. Okay. Cause now I understand the behind the scenes. I understand everything myself. So no, they not ducking. It's not. And let's fight. Okay, let's do it. It's not as simple as that.
Yeah.
So once I peeped that myself, it's like y'all don't know what's going on. So why would I care about what y'all saying?
Right.
So that's what it is now. You haven't been to what these fighters been to. You haven't done what they done. Put it through all of this pain and hurt in the ring and in the gym or whatever. So how you gonna try to tell them about themselves?
Right.
You feel me? So I don't really care no more.
When do you think you can qualify someone, or when do you think that if there's a situation that happens, like, okay, that person's ducking?
Some of them is just straight up blatant. I can't give one off the top of my head. But
no, I don't want you to give one off the top of your head, but just
feeling. I'll be real.
Yeah.
But if I could, I would. But now some of them do just be blatant up.
Yeah.
No, they just scared.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Yeah. No, I have noticed that too. That's why I was like, there's probably so much going on behind the scenes that we don't even know. But, coming from amateur to going to pro, and then also, like I had mentioned before, accomplishing what you've accomplished already. When you look back and, you're only 24, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You're only 24 years old. You're already a champion. When you look back at when you first went pro, do you ever think of, how far you've come?
Yeah. And, the crazy part, 7 years. So, it's 7 years now. And I'm still young, 24 years old. They be like, I swear it took the longest time period or whatever, but when I look back on it, actually wasn't that long.
Right.
I can remember my first fight. Actually, my first fight was in Houston. First dude named Kyrie Lucas. You feel me? So it's I remember all these moments or whatever. I can remember each and every fight. I can remember being in there because it literally was just yesterday.
Yeah.
So dang, time be moving. I be getting stuff done. So that's what makes me even more headstrong on just do the right thing today, because today gonna turn into a week turn into a month, year, so on and so on and so on. And time gonna keep on moving. Make sure you're doing the right thing during that time.
It goes by so fast.
It really did.
Because even when you ask me, how long I've been doing this, I'm like, oh gosh.
Yeah.
I've been doing this for a long time. But, sometimes, when you start getting a name, or when you start getting those onto those bigger platforms, sometimes people will look back and be like, this just happened overnight.
Yeah.
But they have no idea that it's been
Hard work
7
is
years, of hard work. And not just 7 years, because even though you went pro at 17, you've been doing this since how old?
7 years old.
Since 7 years old.
Yeah.
So you've been doing this for a long time. And being that you started so young, how would you say boxing shaped you, shaped you into the person you are today?
Boxing taught me about life. Everything to me corresponds with each other. For example, boxing, the main thing was discipline. It taught me that if you keep doing something, you are bound to get better at it. Just that simple. If you want to work on your jab, you want to get better at your jab, go jab. Then you want to get better at finances, go do finance. Whatever. It just simplified life to me. And the main thing was, this is more so physical, going through the pain or whatever to get better.
Yeah.
Now do the same thing mental, because there's a lot of mental push you got to do to go through something physical. So same thing out there, mentally push yourself through a lot of things. So boxing is the biggest blessing to me regarding life as well. Put me a lot of key rules in my life.
I would agree that one thing that I will say, just with interviewing different fighters, you can see how you really have to have a big level of discipline to make it in this sport, to be in this sport. The level of discipline that you guys have to attain is serious, because it's not just physical, it's mental. You have to make sure your mind is right, your body's right. You gotta make sure you're sparring, make sure you're eating right, make sure you're training, make sure, you're doing everything you need to do. You really have to be the full package. Do you feel that sometimes it's hard to turn off?
Turn off that switch.
Turn off that switch and just be a person, be a normal person.
I don't know how to.
Don't know how to.
Still, I don't know how to. Even when I go on vacation or something, all right, what am I eating? What feeling?
Are you, even when you go on vacation, are you checking your calories and making sure?
I ain't really a calorie checker, because I can look at stuff just face value for how much you weigh or something. But nah, for example, even when like I said, even when I go on vacation, I'm always making sure I ain't get too fat. I'm gonna go walk real quick and go run somewhere. So no matter what, I can't hit that off switch. I'm so serious. That's why I don't really. Boxing is not a season thing to me. I just train year round. You get what I'm saying? Lifestyle. So I don't have an off switch. I really don't. Yeah, but I be chilling with family or whatever.
Yeah, that's what grounds
cool.
you.
Yeah, that's cool too. So boom, let's say, actually right after this interview, if I pull up on my folks real quick, at my pop's house and all of that, say what's up to them and all that. That's my downtime. So boom, that's how I even it out, just that easy.
That's awesome. Yeah, because I know sometimes it could be difficult to have that off switch, because you definitely need that. But like you said, it's become a lifestyle to where it's
it was more so I had this big old dream, and I know if you don't know, cool. But if I know what I need to do, I'm gonna do everything possible to do that. So I'm very strict on myself. I used to run before school, get my miles in before school, all of that, getting sprints in late at night, and I was so on point. So now, of course, I made it here, but what got me here? All of that. So why would I divert from the plan? So it's just, that's what's embedded in me. I don't have to force myself. It's just habit. I don't get my wake up time. God, we'll get these goddamn 10 miles in.
Yeah.
So it's more so, it's no
you're
matter
excited to complete those goals, because it's
I'm literally living my dream. So this is what I always felt, what I always wanted. Why I can't live past my dream now? What more is out there? So that's my whole mission now.
That's awesome. Now, I know every fighter feels differently about it, right? When it comes to belts, right? Some fighters will say, getting a belt is life changing, and there's other fighters who may feel like, hey, getting a belt is just another day, another goal to achieve. How has your life changed since winning? Since becoming champion?
I'm gonna say, with the people saying winning the belt is just another accolade or something, they lying. They just trying to say that for the cameras so they can look like some kind of tough guy or something. Let me tell you something. Getting that belt changed your whole life. First of all, that's the dream you always wanted. And then also, not even just that. It's even with me, when I won the belt, I thought I was gonna be satisfied, but I wasn't. That's because it was something after that I was chasing. Greatness. That's what I'm chasing. You feel me? So it opened all those doors, like you just said a minute ago. Now all these fighters trying to call me out. All these fighters want to fight me. Yes, this is what I wanted.
Yeah.
Why? Because I got the belt. You feel me? So this is what I wanted. So the belt opened so many doors.
Yeah.
And the belt changed my life for the max. And I love it.
That's great. 'Cause I mean, I agree with you. I feel like, if you take Xander's eyes for an example, Xander's been calling out a bunch of people at 154.
Yeah.
They're biting now.
Yeah.
You gotta
You
go.
gotta build. Now they gotta fight.
Now,
You have to.
So do you feel like that was a goal you had to achieve to really make a name, or to like get to where you want to get to?
Most definitely. No matter what, you gotta get that built. It opened all them doors up. Now, of course, today it may be a little bit easier because of social media, like regarding doors opening up for you.
Mm-hmm.
But regardless, you have nothing to necessarily stand on unless you have a belt. You didn't. Allen Iverson, one of the greatest basketball players ever, but he not stamped as a champion. He never won. You feel me? So it's that what you stamped though. Charles Barkley, another legend, but he not stamped as one of the ones that won a whole championship. You feel me? He came close, but you didn't win.
Mm-hmm.
If you got a belt under your name, oh no, you like that. Okay, cool. My bad, brother.
Yeah. My bad, brother. You really like that. Okay. They check your temperature. You really like that. Okay. So you really like that. You really like that. You got, you not only has your skills and your talent spoken for itself, but you got a belt.
Mm-hmm.
And you're stamped. And now you got a big fight coming up in November.
Mm-hmm.
November, and you were about to get in the ring with Devin Haney.
Okay.
Let's talk about that a little bit. Big fight coming up. You guys are gonna go to Riyadh.
Mm-hmm.
Explain to me how that fight came about. I think you mentioned that this fight was already lined up when you had your last fight in Tokyo, correct?
It was lined up a week after that fight.
Okay, so let's talk about that.
Shoot, the management called me and said, "What you trying to get into?" I said, "I'm trying to get into that." He said, "Cool, let's run it." Just to eat.
Okay.
It was just that.
It was just that easy.
Yeah. It was all less than a week after my last fight in Japan. And
Amazing performance, by the way.
appreciate you. But no, everything was just quick. Like I like getting stuff done. That's all.
So now, coming from having your fight and, like I said, amazing performance, to now back to back, really, now you're going to go to Riyadh. What was that like, leaving your hometown and leaving the States and going to fight in another country like that, and then to have another big fight somewhere else following up from that?
The fact that I went to Japan, that was actually kind of easy for me because I have been going to other people's territory for the longest.
Ooh.
Of course, the Mexico fight's coming up, but
Yeah.
even with sparring, I used to go out and travel a lot for sparring as well. I want the best work possible. So Philly, Baltimore, Vegas, California, Florida, a whole lot of different places. So I was used to going to other people's backgrounds and saying, "Shoot, what's up? I'm trying to get into it." So when I went over to Japan, it was the same.
Exactly, right?
Yeah, you feel me? Hey, come outside, man. Come on.
So now that you're going to go now to Riyadh to fight Devin Haney, you said it was that easy. You just made a phone call. He was with it. You were with it. What are you looking to do in November? Like, how are you looking to defeat him?
I don't trust no judges at all, so we ain't finna see them. I'll tell you that.
Okay, so you want it to end in a knockout
Yes,
to secure
yes.
your win.
I don't want no questions at all.
Now, not only is it a big fight, right? Because you guys are going to Riyadh. This is, you guys are headlining. But you're also going to be fighting the day before your birthday.
Oh yeah.
So tell me a little bit about that. I mean, that's a big, to be going all the way out there, to be headlining a card, massive platform, big fight. Everyone's looking forward to it. And for it to happen the day before your 25th birthday, explain to me that feeling.
Like I said, keep God and like keep praying, keep doing your thing because He bless you with situations like this. I went through a whole lot in my whole life and prepared for that one fight that became a champion, and then had to take 10 months off for the hand surgery. Came back. What happened after that? Made dude quit from a jail in Vegas. Flew over waters to Japan. Knockout of the year on that one. And then I got the biggest fight of my life the day before my birthday. Look at God when He do it. You feel me? So I feel like this is the biggest blessing from God. This finna be the best birthday gift ever. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna collect Him.
Amen. Let's give God His praise. Amen. No, for real. I'm very, very big on that. I'm a believer, so I give God all the glory and honor. So to hear you say that as well is wonderful. What do you plan to do for your birthday? Do you have any plans or?
Catch that flight home and be like this the whole way back. As long as I'm on the way back home, I'm good. Waffle House waiting on me.
Waffle House? That's your go-to out here, Waffle House?
You know it.
I will say when I first tried Waffle House, I hated it, but now
You understand?
I understand it now. Now I understand it. But in the beginning, I was like, ooh, I don't know if I can get down like this.
Yeah.
But I love it. Okay, awesome. Well, I'm really excited about that. Now, what I also I think that is very exciting when it comes to this fight is really like father and son versus father and son.
Oh, yeah.
You got Bill and Devin versus, you and your dad. So talk to me a little bit about how that whole experience has been. I know that there's been some words back and forth. How has that been going up against someone who also has, a father with a strong personality and also who's, going to be there for their son?
I'm gonna say I don't pay attention to it that much.
Okay.
But I know they are hilarious. I will say the stuff I have seen are hilarious. With Bill and my pops or whatever, man. Them two are the funniest people ever. But one thing did stick out to me at the very, very beginning. And this the way I held on to me. So I just lost a family member of mine to cancer. And Bill was talking about this family member, just said, you get what I'm saying? So that's the only thing that I just kept tight with me. So some things I don't forget.
He said that on camera?
Yes. Matter of fact, too, my pops and all of it.
Okay. So we probably wouldn't have caught that.
No, it was on one of the podcasts or something.
Oh, okay. So that resonated with you, and that's so you feel like that's
all
unforgivable.
Yeah.
Okay, so right now I know how sometimes, when we see some fighters go back and forth, it's like, all right, is there real beef or is it just part of the game to sell? But you're saying like, no, this is like legit.
So like even the other situation with altercation we had in the back.
What happened with that?
I should work it. But even with all of that, I don't really take all that apart. They just clickbait type stuff or anything.
Yeah.
But it was more so all of that. I didn't really care about all of that. I mean, I flipped dude, so I'm cool. So that one I ain't really tripping over. It's just that one thing that his pop said.
Yeah.
That's the only thing that really did stuck with me.
So so you're like, you don't want the parts.
All the other stuff, it's just to try to get your emotions flared up or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm big enough for that. I'm cool. Like even with what I'm saying with that, it's like I ain't even mad at it. It's just I gotta take care of it.
Yeah.
So I ain't really tripping on that neither. I gotta take care of it.
Did you have a conversation with him? Like, did you tell him like how you were feeling or like?
What I'm gonna do? Okay, sorry. Okay, you already said it though. You already put it out there.
Yeah.
And then you already said how you felt about it. So it's like, I don't care about your apology. I don't care about your okay. I'm gonna take care of this.
I understand. You feel like there was a line that was crossed. So I get that. And that's sometimes it's really the hard part is like, you're in this sport where, fans want to see that aggression. They want to see that rivalry. But at the same time, it's like at what cost? Because at the end of the day, these are real people. These are real lives. And, we're not saying not to trash talk, but,
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie to you. I ain't really good at trash talk.
No?
It's because, like, what we talking for? We right here. Like, that's my whole thing. I'm not really...
You like, I just want to put fist to... I just want to let these hands move.
Well, I'm going to say what I'm going to do instead of just show you. That.
Okay.
I never really did got that, you feel me? But Fox told me the same thing with him growing up. He said he realized something. He used to fight a lot. So he realized something. When he stopped swinging first, he ain't never been in a fight since. And guess what? Everybody does a whole bunch of talking and just yelling, well, I'm finna, but nobody swung first. So now I'm starting to see that's exactly what it is. Just people just love to talk. I don't know what it is. We're gonna get to this action, dog.
This is definitely a fight that everyone is really excited about. Big stage, definitely for you to display your skills, and then also the same for Haney. Now, I know when this fight there were talks about this fight possibly happening. There was some, I don't know if I would say confusion. There was some back and forth about the whole testing. Can you explain a little bit about what was going on during that time and where I guess maybe the confusion was?
Oh, okay, I got you. So, boom, I was finna go on vacation. I was about to go on vacation, and I just said, shoot, we can start the test as soon as I get back.
Yeah.
So then Bill went on a little uproar or whatever. No, if you don't start it now, what you got to hide? I'm going on vacation to get the drugs out of my system, the steroids out of my system, or anything like that. So Eventually, we just going to sign up for it because I ain't got nothing to hide.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, they pulled up on when I was on vacation, dog. That shit.
They pulled up on you when you were on vacation?
Oh man, I was chilling in.
Wait, where were you on vacation?
I was in Aruba.
You was in Aruba?
I was chilling in the hammock, swinging back and forth.
Okay, so you
I got the call. Hey, we need that blood, dog. So, yeah, then I took my blood and all that. But no, I mean, everything cool. Everything came.
So wait, you were on vacation and someone, like a rep had to come and like literally stick you so that you
did.
Oh my God.
And that's the only thing I didn't want, but I said, boom.
But you felt like you had to do that to prove that like you weren't out there doing
trying
anything.
to clean the system. In Aruba.
So you signed up for it, and then all is well now, I'm assuming, right?
I mean, you ain't seen nothing come out yet.
No. It was only that one thing, and then that was it after that.
Yeah. So no, everything clean up here, everything cool, just straight up hard work and determination on my part.
Talking about the whole Haney fight and how you said that was lined up a week after, right? Your Japan fight?
Yes.
There was also a fight that I believe that was on the table for you as well. Mm-hmm. Can you talk a little bit about who that fight was with and what happened there?
Fight necessarily wasn't on the table.
Okay.
So before the Japan fight,
yes,
Eddie Hearn said, "Do we want to fight Jaron Ennis?" Mm-hmm. This is why I was training for the Japan fight as well.
Okay.
And we said, "Cool, I do want to fight him, but can we talk about this after my fight?" And he said, "No, you can only sign this contract right now, before the fight, or nothing." It's like, look, I'm my own player. I'm finna do my own little thing. We finna talk about this after my fight. And now people trying to throw around the duck word and things of that nature, but I got to question, why did dude move up literally a day before my fight when we were supposed to be fighting after this?
At 147.
Yeah. Matter of fact, hold up. Let's say if I did sign a contract, what we gonna fight at?
What did you even get a chance to see the contract? No.
What we're gonna fight at if he can't make 147 no more? If I just ducked him at a contract like 2 weeks before, what we supposed to fight at? Boxing is a business. That's what it is. Boxing is a business. They just trying to policy it.
It's semantics. You just did.
Yeah, they wanted to ease the way out to say he didn't want to fight us, so we left. So now everything is on me. But just in his last fight at the post fight interview, he had said how easy it was to make 147. How he was cool and everything like that. Cool. They sent they said they want to fight us. We said, all right, we're gonna check that with y'all after this fight. Mm-hmm. But he moved up the day before. I can't make weight no more. I can't do this. I can't do that. Dang. So with the contract that we was gonna have, what weight we're gonna be at? Because I'm not at 154. I'm at 147. So something's not adding up. That's all I'm trying to say. So people like to try to call me a duck on that, but look deeper into it. He just said he can make 147, but for some reason he can't. Just that quick. November, I'm fighting Devin Haney. Mm-hmm. November, I'm supposed to be fighting Jaron Ennis. What happened? It wasn't on me. I'm still at the same weight grade. I'm still right here. Less than a week after my last fight, like I just said, I had a whole nother fight lined up. So as you see, I'm on my hustle.
Yeah.
I'm down to get something done. So don't look my way when you try to see or ask why negotiations didn't go right.
So the expectation when they approached you was, you can only sign this right here, right now. There is no room for after this fight. And you felt like, I want to focus on this fight first before I make a decision.
Most definitely. I like to focus on the task at hand in front of me. Mm-hmm. Look at, what's my dude's name? Caleb Plant, where they were trying to line him up for Charlie. Yeah. He ended up losing. Look at, Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia, too. They were trying to line that one up. But guess who lost? Ryan Garcia. They wasn't focused on the task at hand. They wasn't focused on what's in front of them, looking at the after effect. Ryan wasn't looking at rolling. He was looking at, I'm finna fight Devin Haney again. That's it. Caleb Plant was looking at, I forgot the guy's name he was fighting, but he wasn't looking at him. He was looking at, I'm finna go fight Charlo. Yeah. He was looking at Charlo. So it's just like, focus on what's in front of you, worry about that later. I'm trying to do the same as that thing, but now I'm the bad guy for that. My bad, you know?
So do you think that fighters are often pressured into taking those fights, even though maybe they may not be prepared for it just yet because they have a fight already that they should be focusing on? Because it's like, man, if I don't take that opportunity now, that opportunity may not come back.
I'd say some people can get caught up in that, but I'd say my situation wasn't.
No, yours is different. No. I'm saying fighters in general, because you see what you did. You took a stand and you said, regardless if this comes back around or not, I'm telling you guys that I want to focus on my fight at hand, which a lot of fighters, I think sometimes they may not do because they're like, wait, I have this opportunity right now that I'm chasing, but there's another opportunity that could be on the table. So let me grab that too. And then that's where sometimes things go awry because it's like, wait, you should have been focused on this as opposed to the future. Handle the task at hand.
That can happen. Let's say they try to get people when they offer a little bit. Let's say, boom, I'm the champion, and you have a fight. Well, you just got done fighting last week, and I have another fight. My fight is coming up next month. You tired. You just had a whole training camp. You just had this, that, and the third or whatever. But this opportunity is oh so good, and if you don't take it, you will never fight me again. You get what I'm saying? So like some people feel pressure regardless of things like that. So I do get what you're saying. It's just like you got to get it while it's hot. Get it while it's hot. So that's what I do understand. Like I said, the box advantage is crazy. People try to do everything to get the biggest advantage possible. Smart moves, like little small things or whatever. So now all that does play a part.
And I think also what a lot of people on the outside were kind of like shocked when they found out that you had said, hey, look, I want to focus on this first. I'm not too focused on signing this contract at this moment. I think everyone had made a big deal of like the money aspect of it. Like, yo, Brian, you just turned down $1.7 million. Do you feel like it was easy for you to make that decision because you're not motivated by money? Because that's what a lot of people were saying. Like, how could you turn down $1.7 million? But you were like, it's not about the money.
I'm going to say two things. First thing first. I'm gonna say yes on that, and the other thing is I'm straight. Like I'm paid. Trust me, I'm paid. I ain't tripping on anything like that. So, I'm not money motivated anyway. Like it was something like that, and let's say even if I was, I'm straight. That's all I would say. I'm more than straight. 1.7. I'm more than straight. You see? So I ain't tripping over no numbers, anything like that. I know what I'm worth, and I'm gonna go out there and get what I'm worth anyway. So I ain't tripping on people trying to pressure me, anything like that. Pressure busts passive pressures make things. Shoot, look at me.
Now that Boots is at 154, do you see a fight realistically happening between you guys? But is that for you a fight with him completely off the table, or are you like, no, I'm ready to run it?
Off the table. I mean, he living right there up the street, so I don't see why not. I'm still young myself, so I definitely do see myself moving up to 154 eventually.
Okay, so you will go up to 154 to fight him. Okay.
If I move at 154, I'm staying at 154. So no matter what, it's still my career. So I'm gonna fight at 147, so I can't fight at 147 no more. And then I'm going up the street.
So you said you want Mario Barrios, right? Then who else? You said you have your eye on Rolly?
All the other champions.
All the other
of course Mario Barrios first, because of WBC, but any other champion after that, I'm cool with. I don't matter.
Do you feel like you've been tested by a puncher of your level yet? Like, have you gotten into the ring yet with someone you feel like
I don't know how far that hit
matches your IQ or your talent in the ring?
Most definitely, yeah. So that's where my hard work shine at the most. It's like that's where all the discipline and consistency and things like that you come into play at, because sometimes you will meet your match, quote unquote, regarding just as skillful as you, just as talented, hit just as hard, just as fast, all the physical accolades. Okay, now can you carry that for 12 rounds straight? That's where the discipline come in at. If you go look at old fight, Sugar Ray Leonard and Roberto Duran, the first fight, them two was going at it for 15 rounds. I'm talking about the whole time they sharp and on point. And they were so in shape, so on point, and they went to war. Not one drop of blood in the whole ring. You feel me? So like that's how on point they were. You feel me? So like that's what made those historic fights, those historic events, is because they did match each other with everything, including the dedication. Feel me? Just one man just fought the better fight, which was Durant. So sometimes you do meet your match or whatever, and that's when that little extra gas is what you need.
Yeah. And that reminds me, you had mentioned that your fight, when I had mentioned to you, like, truth is, you had an amazing performance in Japan. And you said something that was so interesting. You said you didn't even feel your best.
Not, I felt.
Tell me a little bit about that. Because you had a great performance.
Yeah.
But you didn't feel, what about that night or what about that day that you didn't feel that you were at 100?
So, usually, I'm an old man. I drink coffee.
That's what I do. Usually I just
Drinking
sip.
coffee's old.
Yeah, that's what they say. That's what they say.
Mm.
So,
It's funny 'cause I just started drinking coffee, so I guess that's an indication that I'm getting old.
Oh yeah,
So
you up there?
I'm up there.
Pushing
So
50. But
pushing crazy.
But yeah, so usually I been sipping on my coffee and things of that nature. But this time I was trying to do something different. I said, okay, if coffee get me there, what if I take out all the sugar, I take out everything, and I do a caffeine pill? Because really that's all I want. So I took a caffeine pill and it hit my system quick. But y'all know what goes up fast, fall fast too.
Yeah.
So I took my little caffeine pill and everything like that. I'm hyped. I'm hyped. And then by fight time, I'm like this. I'm just dead. And like,
On fight night?
yes. I'm just like this, like, but what's going on, dog? Like, ain't nothing hurting. I feel wonderful. It's just like I can't run my combos how I want. What's going on? So I'm like, we hit them. But let's get active. You feel me? So, we was in there. Just like, all right, I know I can't run my combos, but what can I do? No matter what, I know I can slug these things.
So this literally happened moments before you're about to get at the ring. Then, so
Literally.
you feel like there's something off, but I feel good.
Yeah.
But it was like the energy. Would you say
it was definitely
your energy?
Because like everything felt wonderful. I was here. Everything clear. My confidence. Everything is perfect. It's just like, all right, where that little extra gas that on the pedal? I don't feel that. Let me try to hit a little bit. It ain't there. You feel me? So it's just like, all right, going to first round. Maybe I need to warm up a little bit.
Okay.
So in the
so
first,
you're telling yourself that in between rounds, you're like, okay, first round.
Yeah.
Okay.
So all right, maybe when I get in there the first round or two, I'm gonna warm up, whatever, and I'm gonna get back to my old self.
Yeah.
I did. So, as I said, I just didn't try to hammer him to death. So I just started throwing it right here, trying to hammer him to sleep over there. I said, man, just go to sleep. Please, man. I'm over here. I'm fucked up, man. Let's go to sleep. And he wouldn't go to sleep. I said, all right, I got a one shot, little dude. You feel me? I said, I knew that's what I gotta do. So I've been on to set it up, and then history was made.
That's so insane to me. That like it's so I find that to be so interesting because it's like we're watching the fight and we're probably like, yo, Brian looks good.
The whole
Brian
time,
is like, sharp.
What's going on?
The fight lasted what, 5 rounds?
Yeah, 5.
So it's like the fact that you weren't even like at where you feel like 100% and you still got him out of there in 5 rounds.
The main thing I want people to take away from this is always staying calm and cool. You feel me? Like
Right.
during the whole time, like even when he'll throw out the punches, I'm just like, all right, what can I be doing? All right, I know I can't catch and shoot how I want to, so man, just keep on catch and roll, whatever you got to do. I was just cool. Like, all right, what do I do next?
Yeah.
It was just thinking it through instead of just exploding in your head. Oh snap! I ain't myself. I'm finna lose. I'm finna. No, I was like,
getting
all
in your
right,
head and allowing those negative thoughts.
I can't do this, but I can do this. You feel me? Pops always taught me that. Forget what you can't do. Worry about what you can do. And that night, I worry about what I can do, which is slug and things. And I got a job now.
I think that's so amazing that, like you really took like what your father said and you applied it.
Yeah.
Because, when it comes to boxing, literally any little thing can get you out of that headspace. Correct me if I'm wrong, but like any little inconvenience could potentially get you to where it's like, oh man, I'm not there, I'm not here. But if you allow, I guess, those thoughts to take over, then it's going to show in your performance and everything. And I feel like even sometimes, I don't know if you notice it too, but like you can see some fighters when, like, let's say, you can see where their confidence is like depleting in the ring. And I think that's when now your opponent can act on it or can kind of catch you lacking. So I think it was great that I couldn't tell. I would have never guessed that you weren't at 100 for that fight.
No, confidence comes from preparation. Like, let's say, for example, hey, get up, go run a marathon. Really can be crazy. Like, bro, what you talking about? But you ain't gonna be confident in yourself. But now, if you go in there and you did your practice, you ran your 10 miles, you ran your 15 miles, you slowly build up into it, and now it's come race day, a marathon. Oh, okay, I got a little bit more. I think I can do it. You get what I'm saying? So now that's one aspect to it. But now it's all about getting that tested as well when it get hard. When it get hard, even while you're doing it. Let's say you're on mile 20, the legs start to cramp up or something like that. Now, do you explode and say, all right, that's it, man? Hey, I got a reason, I got an excuse now. I can't do it. You did it, or do you say, no, I'm still gonna find a way. So
whether I got one leg or not, we're gonna make it to the finish line.
I don't care what it is. Feel me? So sometimes you do gotta be straight up hard headed and like you just straight up, like I said before, you will not beat me. I'm gonna find a way. You feel me? I'm not losing. Like just straight up, like that's my whole mindset. I'm not losing.
losing.
Yeah, I'm gonna find a way. I don't care if I gotta my bad bit dog. I'm not losing. So regardless, you do gotta be a little crazy, a little thrown off, a little hard headed.
No, you have to be.
You feel me to wanna be that one.
That one, yeah.
Straight
And
up.
let me tell you, like, everybody's always crazy until it works. Everyone is always crazy
Really?
until they make it. And it's like, then now it's like, oh, well, maybe we should be, tuning in or we should be listening to it. It's like, so who cares at the end of the day? Everybody like you. So at the end of the day, we want to please everybody. Like,
you don't got to get out of body just to make it to the top.
You don't have to what?
Get out of body just to make it to the top. What I mean by that is, I gotta call you a whole bunch of crazy stuff. I gotta disrespect this dude, disrespect that dude, be the most arrogant, most outspoken, and just do a whole lot of extras just so I can fight. Just so I can make it to the top.
Theatrics.
Yeah, all the theatrics.
Yeah.
No, you can still be yourself and be great and pop. You know what I'm saying? Like you still make it to the top.
Yeah.
I'm the most quiet dude ever. You feel me? You probably don't hear anything from me for real. You feel me? Because I don't speak off. I talk with these things right here, put them dukes up, right? What you trying to get into.
Yeah.
That's all I do. I just want people, you can always be yourself, and that's what's going to make you special, the fact that you are yourself. You're not trying to be a character. You're not trying to act like this is over here, that is over there. No, you are you. I love Roy Jones too. I look up to him to the max. I love Mike Tyson. I look up to him to the max. But I'm not trying to copy them. But I'm saying trying to be exactly like them. Me. If I go take some little small key phrases like key mindset moment for yeah. What's the main thing they got? If they throw the hell off, then I love that. Then I'm gonna take that wholeheartedly. You feel me? And then boom, I'm gonna apply it to who I am as a person though. You feel me? So just always be yourself, straight up. You ain't gotta act like nobody else. I don't care what camera funny, how big or small the status is, man. Go out there and be yourself.
And stand on what you believe and stand on the decisions that you make.
If they don't like you for being yourself, fuck them. And a great words, Bernie Man. Hopefully y'all get the reference.
Yes. Yeah. You trying to think what to get the reference?
So you do understand that?
Yeah. I want to say what you trying to say. You trying to come on back? You again, Brian? Come on now. I think that's beautiful. I really do, because I think also when you see all the theatrics, like people forget, like you lose a part of yourself in that as well. Because I think sometimes there's some, not even just with athletes, but there's just some people in the industry that don't even know how to turn it off, or if they lose themselves in that because they're so used to the theatrics that they're like, this isn't even me. I'm not even about this. Or now they're forced to stick with the act because that's what sells.
Off the act. You got big off the act, so I got to be that act. I got big off being me. So now, if I switch up and be, like I just said, Mike Tyson or something like that, want to kill his fucking kids or some shit. Y'all can start looking at me sideways like, well, you straight? What you got going on? So,
you good?
Yeah.
We're going to get you some help, okay?
Y'all gonna know something is wrong.
Right.
So no matter what, just go out there and be yourself. And like you just said, plant that seed in the beginning to always being you, so when you make it big, you can be the same as that person.
Yes, I think that is amazing advice. I think that's advice that's going to resonate with anyone out there who's, trying to make it, not just as an athlete, but just in general, that just be yourself. Because at the end of the day, you don't want someone to like you for somebody else or for a role you're playing. It's like, nah, this is me. Take it or leave it.
Then, like, another thing, let's say, since I'm going to go outside and people notice me, they asking me, and fortunately, I don't have to switch on to somebody else, anything like that.
True.
So somebody come and say, oh, what's up, Dino? Oh, what's up, Sheriff? And I ain't got to try to get this whole little switch. Yeah, what's up, brother? I'm me. You feel me? So
what's up, brother?
Yeah,
you put on the reporter, the CNN voice. What's up, brother?
Yeah, so now
you're like, now what's happening, right?
You feel me? Yeah. What's up, there, dog? Everything good? What's your dap from up and there? Everything. You feel me? So like, no, if people like you for you, they don't like you for nobody else. Like, if I was to come in and try to be like you, they not gonna like that because I'm a character now. I'm not. It's not authentic. Now I gotta sit here. You ask me a question, I gotta sit here and think of my answer. Right now I'm just flowing. Yeah. I gotta sit here and think of my answer or something because I'm trying to say I'm trying to think about what you will say. So, no, just go out there. God got you, man. Just
amen. Do that again. God got you.
God got you.
God first, and everything else will fall into place. Well, first I want to say thank you so much for taking the time, Brian. You got a big fight camp going on. Big fight coming up in November. So I appreciate you taking the time, and I'm really excited to see where your career goes.
I just want to say I appreciate you as well for coming by. Now to all my fans, I love y'all. Keep your hustle on. Keep God in your life. Stay prayed up.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying? And peace and blessings to y'all folks, man. See y'all boys soon. November 22nd. It's going down, boy.